These examples are going to be showing you how to write molecular formulas and changing them into what their names are. Okay, so we have our nonmetals memorized hopefully, and if we don't, we can always start with that. Okay, N, what's N? We look at our periodic table. Oh, that's nitrogen. And remember, we are always using lowercase letters, no capitals here. Always uppercase for the first letter of our element, okay, but never in the names. So nitrogen, and then O, that's for oxygen. Okay, so for now, we're going to write oxygen, okay, just so we know what elements are in this particular formula. Okay, then KrF2, krypton. We barely ever get to use that one. Okay, and then fluorine. So let's try to make sure your capital K's and lowercase k's look different. Okay, krypton, fluoride. Fluorine is what it looks like at first. Okay, this one is astatine with oxygen and bromine and chlorine. Okay, with our molecular naming, we get to use our mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, nona, and deca prefixes. Okay, so let's go ahead and put those on next with a different color because that's fun. So there are 2 nitrogens here, 2 atoms, so we're going to use the prefix di. Then oxygen doesn't look like it has one. Okay, so whenever you can't see how many atoms there are, assume that there's one. Okay, so when it's the second word, we put mono. Okay, if it's the first word, we don't. Okay, so if there was NO2, we wouldn't say mono nitrogen because it's the first word. We would just say nitrogen dioxide. Okay, we'll leave that off for now. Then let's do the next ones. Krypton, there's only one. Okay, so we don't put the mono because it's the first word. How many fluorines? 2. So we're going to put krypton and then difluorine for now. Okay, astatine, there's 4. How many? 4, oops, maybe we need to look it up. We can't remember that 4 is tetra. Okay, so tetra astatine. And how many oxygens? 10, wow. 10 was deca. Bromine, there's only 1, so we're not going to put it because it's our first word. Chlorine, there's 5. We're going to use penta. Now, with our naming for molecular formulas, we are going to remove the ends of our second word. Okay, and it needs to end with "ide." So, looking at what I've written down here, fluorine changes to fluoride. So you take these last couple letters off and put IDE. Same thing for all the halogens. So iodine is iodide, bromine, bromide, chlorine, chloride. Okay, so those are all going to end with IDE. Sulfur, so they all end with IDE. It's just a matter of how many letters you chop off. So with sulfur, you take off the UR, sulfide. Phosphorus, phosphide. Carbon, carbide. Oxygen, oxide. Hydrogen, hydride. So in general, you find where the vowel is, and that's where you remove the rest of the word and put the IDE. Okay, and a lot of it's just practice. Okay, so let's go back to our examples here and write them nicely. Okay, so we had dinitrogen. That one was good to go. And the second word, we need to have it end with IDE. So we would have monoxide. Okay, we might be tempted to put mono oxide, but we don't need the 2 O's stuck together. Okay, so it's monoxide, all one word. So we have dinitrogen monoxide for that example. In this one, we have krypton, difluoride. Okay, remove those letters and put the IDE. This example shows tetraastatine, that one's good to go. And then decaoxide is what we'd be tempted to put there. But again, we don't like having two vowels together. Okay, so it's decoxide. Okay, this one, bromine, there's only one. That one was ready. And then pentachloride. Okay, that's how those ones work.